My work is easy because I use Click.
Hello guys, welcome to the stream. So I'm gonna do some exciting stuff today here. Turn this down a bit. Let's see. So first things first, it looks like because I signed up to some beta stuff on Twitch, so I can stream in 1440p. And right now I was just checking and it actually says quality 1440p on Twitch. So, and also I can increase I should be allowed to increase the bitrate. So I've done that and it seems to be running fine. So just want to ask if people on Twitch see this as the stream is running fine. Hello Truxty. Truxty, can you try and check on Twitch if you can try and see here, the link here, if the stream is running fine, and if you can, basically if it's running fine, because I tried it before where when I if I increased the bitrate, which YouTube can handle, then Twitch was kind of stuttering and lagging weirdly. But now it seems like I haven't heard anything about it, but it looks like I might be into this beta or they changed something or whatever. Because at least to me it seems like it's running fine on Twitch, even with higher bitrate than I used to. But yeah, should be fine. Anyway, let's see. So, what am I gonna do today? I was planning on doing the last part of the. Let's first look at what I have made, because what I've been juggling a little with here the latest couple of days has been to make the new mortar shell system work in multiplayer for clients. And the problem has been that it was actually working fine, it seems, and again performs better, and the network thing is better, so that network performance should also be better than before. But there was a problem when you put in things from the map into the mortar. So when you were putting in, now just playing a single player first, so I can just show you how it works. When you were playing, when you were putting in-scene objects like a bench or a car or something else into the mortar, because basically the mortar could take in everything, no matter the size. If it was something with physics, you could move around, you could put it in. But I had to change that because it was not working on clients. So just to show here. So if you take the big one here, and then I need to fill it up. I need some visual indicator to kind of help with that. But anyway, so if I have a big shell in this new version here, I can put in a shell that fits, or at least that can go in, so it's loaded, like you can see here with the fuse and everything. Just a second. And he's back again. Okay, so let me show you here. Okay, so anyway, so you put in a shell and then you can put other things in. Before, like let me show you. You can put in like a box, for instance. So make this little animation so it goes into the box or into the tube, like that. And there's a max on how much you can put in at a time. So if you spam it, it will throw some of it away. If you try and put in a mortar, for instance, because that doesn't work, you cannot put a mortar into a mortar. Oh, sorry, Truxty. Thank you for the donation. Thank you. Meow. Sorry, it came just when the phone was ringing. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you, Truxty. So I made it so you cannot put mortars into mortars. So it will push it away like that. And I need to find a sound for that. So it makes a little sound or something. So it doesn't just seem like it's not working. Because it's actually on purpose. Because else you could put in a tube into a tube with other things in a tube. And it could be kind of a, yeah. Yeah, we can do the diameter thing, but we can do that too. So anyway, so now I put on these things, the smoke thing, blah, 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 blah. Whoops. Whatever I can put in here. And then we can shoot it off and things should come out of it. I can also move it around. So yeah, all the boxes and some smoke up there. So that's all fine. So what I had to do, because I cannot find a way to fix it, is that before you could actually take like a car or this phone booth or something and put it into the mortar. But that doesn't work now. It rejects it. It cannot go in. And I had to do it because I couldn't make it work for clients. Clients were just like, it was being scaled half down and then it just stuck there in the middle. And it caused all sorts of issues. So for now I had to make it so you cannot put this in. But yeah, we could maybe make it so that it can take in stuff that are bigger than the diameter, really. We could look into that. But what I was actually going to do now was to find, and you guys can help me with that. Because as I said, I want to play a sound when things cannot go into that mortar. Again, to make it so you can see here my little board here. We have new method for loading in other objects into mortar tube. That's the thing we just looked into, or it's the over arching thing. Reject objects that cannot enter a mortar with sound and physics forces. And that's what I have new to physics force. I'm missing the sound because right now it's pushing it back, so it kind of indicates that it cannot go in. But I would like it to play kind of just a small sound that indicates that it's not working. And we're gonna find that in a moment. Yeah, and this is something else. We can take that later. So maybe, and also I wanna add a visual indicator that kind of shows the area where you can put things in. So like when you pick something up with the physics tool that you can actually put into it. It would be nice if a mortar was kind of glowing up that you could put it in there to indicate it. And the same with the spawn tool to have some kind of indication for that. But let's make it add logic to avoid objects going into the mortar that are bigger than diameter. So let's see if we can do that. But let's try with this sound first. Let's see if we can find something here. Hello Sullivan, hello Gunako and Amnesty. So let's try that. And I might need to go for a few minutes in a moment when my son gets home, because I need to help him with some backup, some OBS stuff before he needs to restart his machine. So I need to do that quickly. then I might shut down the stream, or I might just leave it on. Be right back. I don't know. I think I might shut it down and start it up again. Yeah, but let's take a look here, because I already go in here. So already I have a package, Unity package from Infinsia called Universal Sound Effects, and I'm already using some of these sounds, but I'm not including everything, because there's no need for me to have 1.3 gigabytes of sounds in there that I'm not using. So what I typically do when I need something new, I do like I'm doing now. Then I get a little UI where I can select what I want to import. Then I import it so I can hear the sounds, delete all the sounds I don't have, and then I save that. So I'm looking for some kind of a wrong sound, like or something that sounds like it's being rejected. What is that? I don't know, but something. So let's see. I'll stop the music in a moment so we can better hear it. So how are you guys doing? In Denmark, the weather is high humidity and very cloudy and not sunny. And actually it's not actually that warm, but in here where I am, it's very warm, because I have a light, I have 2 screens, I have a computer. I cannot have the windows open too much, because then the dog can fall out. So yeah, it's a little okay. Anyway, so let's see, can I somehow, yeah, okay. So here we have all the different categories of sound in here. And 8-bit we don't need. Actions, close chest, double jump, open chest. Could be some of them. It is some kind of action. Agriculture, farming. No, that doesn't sound like them. Alarms. We need that car alarm for cars at some point. Beep, beep. When we go have some big explosions, that would be nice. But it needs to be combined with stuff flashing, and yeah, so not now. Maybe some alarms could actually be something we could use. Alien, not so much. Ambience, nope. Animal, nope. Battles, nope. Breaks and snaps. Bone crack. Nah. No, so what I just import is the Universal Sound Effects from Infinsia, from the Unity Asset Store. This is a package I bought a long time ago, and already I have I'm using some of the sounds, because this is actually, what's the fireworks sound in here? I can't remember, but I am using some of the sound in here, but I only have the sounds from this package in the project that I use. And then when I need new ones, like now, I do what I'm doing now, and then I find the ones I want, and then I delete all the other ones, because I don't want to have, as I said, 1.3 gigabytes of sounds in the game that I don't need or use. So I do it this way. Let's try these breaks too. Buttons, yeah, not so much. Cards, no. Cartoon, boing. Well, I like the cartoonish. We take in the cartoon and see what it can. Charge up and down. Construction. Brick, sticker, rocks. No. Crowd, no. Demolition, no. Destruction, door gate, drawers. No. Again, the problem is I have to import it to actually hear the sounds. So that's why I'm Earth, Wind, Fire, no. Elevators, emergency sirens, no. Engine, no. Explosion, I think explosion, I might have some of the explosion ones. You can see fireworks down here, but it's not the original, not all the fireworks. And he just added tons of new stuff actually in the latest update, so there might be a lot of new sounds in here I haven't heard before. So let me check. Universal, let's see. Universal sound sheet. This is what I have now. That's the fireworks ones. So I have all these ones here. That's not a lot. He added. Oh, he added a bunch of stuff. Okay, let's import the fireworks ones. We want to hear them. Okay. And then we have the humans and the impacts. But maybe he updated the impacts too. Okay. Anyway. Friction glass. Humans, body crouching, blah 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 blah. Singing, ringing ears. Ringing ears, we could also use that one. That's a new one, I think. Yeah, we don't have that. We don't have to fix. Ringing ears is something I have added, like, I thought about, you know, because it's very, yeah, I don't know why I haven't made it actually, but that ringing ear thing, of course, should be there in a fireworks game, right? Hello, Duty. Let's hear what it can do at least. And what about footsteps? Whoa. There's a lot too. There's a lot. Okay, it's more, it's the same, but also a lot of new stuff. Okay. Okay, let's not go in again, rabbit hole. Let's keep focus. But we need to get back here. By the way, when we get back to the firing system, I will go in here again and see if I can find some button sounds, for instance, when we get to that. But again, let's keep focus. And not the ringing ear. Let's not... No, let's just import it because it's not that much, I guess. Yeah, it's not that much. So just import it so we have it. I don't know what that is. Impacts. It could be some, yeah. Industrial lights, machines. Again, I have no idea. Movement, metal, music effects. Let's just try to see what it is. Notifications. Okay. I'm just curious what that is, to be honest. Puzzles. Success. Oh, there could be. Oh, it's always success. Success, couldn't it be kind of failing stuff? Failing banjo. I don't know what sound I'm actually after, but this one is also interesting. Okay, let's move on so we can actually hear something. Squeaks. No. Rag. Thrusters and flames. Okay, let's hear that one. Thunder. Whoops. Times. Tools. Nah. Toys. Rubber duck. Let's see what that is, just for the fun of it. User interface, vehicles, and we don't need voices, weapons, whooshes. It could be some kind of whoosh, actually. Let's try and include that one too. Wind flags, saps. I don't know what a sap is. Let's try that too. Okay, so now I'm gonna import these, and then let's see if we can use any of them, and then we delete the other ones. So Solomon saying, "Hey, I'm saying if you are gonna change the sound, heating, ventilation, air conditioning, yeah." Somebody just been to the exams, I guess, Konako. I don't know, it sounds like it was an examination answer. Again, I don't know if anybody is looking, is watching on Twitch, but while this load, can some of you try and check Twitch if that runs fine? Because I saw that I can stream to Twitch with higher bitrate than I used to, and in 2040p. I signed up for some beta for it at some point. I haven't heard anything, but it seems like it's working now. At least I could see it myself. That the stream was in 1440p and it was in it was running smoothly because YouTube can handle like a lot of bitrate, meaning the quality can be better, but I'm using Restream to stream to both of them at the same time, and it streams the same thing to both Twitch and Twitch and YouTube. And beforehand, Twitch was kind of laggy when I dialed up the bitrate, so I had to turn it down to something that Twitch could handle, even though YouTube can look much better with a high bitrate. But anyway, I see 6 viewers and only 2 likes. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. Floristic, me and Casper Gamer, yeah, I've seen his streams, are working on a birthday surprise for a friend. It would be cool if we could eventually copy over the firework blueprints, or is that what do you mean about a copy over the firework blueprints? You can save the blueprints, and if you want to play multiplayer, the host can load that blueprint. So if you do a multiplayer session with him, why is what? Oh. So then one of you that have the blueprint can just load it up, and he should see it too, and everything should be syncing. If he sets one up, I can save it. No, right now it's only the host that can set it up, that can save and load blueprints. So if you wanna save and load it, you have to host the game, and then he will join in, and you can set it up together. But you're the only one who can. Or the host is the only one who can save and load the blueprint. So you can just do a private multiplayer session and send him the code or invite him via Steam, and then you can play together, set it up together, and then see it together and reload it together and everything. That works in multiplayer. Or it should. If it doesn't, let me know. So yeah. But you can still do a multiplayer game with him as the host, so it's easier for him. Then he can set up a show, but you're the only one who can save and load it for him. And then afterwards, you can send him the file if you want to share it with him. It's not something you can do in the game shared blueprints yet. Yeah, pure private. That is another thing that has been requested. But I don't think that would ever make sense for a blueprint to be able to move the blueprint around. I understand the need for it, but a blueprint doesn't have any max size, so it can be an entire map. So you cannot move the blueprint what you spawned and that is part of the blueprint, because you cannot control that anyway. So what we have talked about before is to do something like, I don't know what we will call it, I can't remember what name we came up with, but something like template or something where you can do kind of a smaller thing. That is not a blueprint, but it's kind of a smaller thing, let's say 3 times 3 times 3 meters or something like that. That you can save, and then you can load it up again and again and again and again and move it wherever you want, because it have to be something that have a size that you can control from not technically I can do it technically, but from a usability point of view, you cannot place something that is 2 kilometers wide. You know, you have no control of that. The JSON file doesn't load correctly. We think somebody, yeah, it can be some of the mod might have broken over time, or the mod creator messed something up or something like that. And also if you have an old blueprint, maybe that mod isn't there anymore, or some part of some fireworks in that mod have changed or has been deleted or whatever. So that can also make a old blueprint not work fully, because of course it required that everything that is in the blueprint is loaded into the game. But anyway, let's move on. Let's stop the music and let's see here. We need to find, okay, remember guys, we need to find something that sounds like something being rejected from going into a mortar. Let's see if I should turn it up a bit. Is that, this is loud enough, right? I'm trying to, gonna go. Way too long. No. This is actually not that bad. Not this one, but this chest too. That could be a rejection sound, couldn't it? Okay. Let's try the alarms. Let's see. Yeah. Whoa, annoying. Stop. Ooh. Okay, scary sound. Let's go for something else, like a broken book. When the firing system will be completed, released to public use, and then you hope for it to be operated as. I'm not sure what you mean. Hello, Crypyro. Oh. Ah, this is bone breaking. Let's go for some of the more fun ones. That could actually be a rejection sound, but it might be too funny. Yeah, I got a lot of notifications, I guess. Well, Pyro, I've worked on the firing system, but I only worked on some of the core parts, that like how a receiver and a controller communicate, and some with the fuse, which was a bigger deal. But then I ran into a rabbit hole because Amnesty asked me to fix something that has been annoying for a while with the mortars. And then I ran into that rabbit hole some weeks ago, and that's where we are now, actually fixing some mortar stuff. But it's a good investment because it's performing better and it's working better for the long run. So that's why I keep focusing on that until that is done, and then I go back to the firing system. Because anyway, I'm not gonna make the firing system work for 4th of July anyway, so it's not possible anyway. So I'd rather have this one working fine and work better for now. But we'll get back to the firing system very soon, hopefully, because I'm very close to having this working. Right now, I'm looking for a sound to when you try and put something into a mortar in the new system and it rejects it. A poop sound. This is not bad. Really? It's maybe too funny. This could work too. Yeah, they are very goofy, but they are in the cartoon category, so that's why. Let's go down here. Just a second. Okay, guys, here I am again. So I just need to help my son with something. So sadly, I have to shut down the stream for a while, and then I hope to be back in, I don't know, 20 minutes or something like that. But I think I will just stop the stream and then start it again. So hit the subscribe and bell notification thing so you get a notification, and then we'll continue trying out some of these sounds. So yeah. that's always the streams are always a surprise, and always yeah, unpredictable. No, I know, don't need to cut the grass. My wife is doing that. She loves going with the mower. Anyway, so be right back in, I don't know, 20 minutes or something like that, I hope. So, and I'll just leave everything and continue where I left off with the sounds. See you guys.